What's up, guys? Rideshare PA, also known as Matt here. First things first, guys. As always, I want to say thank you to every single person that has subscribed, liked, or commented on any of my videos. Um, and as always, I'm coming to you from fabulous Amish country. And if you can't tell, this is Amish country. This is the reason why, partially, don't get me wrong, I don't mind Amish people at all. I kind of think that their way of life is actually very attractive. It kind of goes along well with this thumbnail, work versus relaxation. The reason why I decided to do this video today mainly is because I've been working my ass off for like the past 2 to 3 weeks at my normal job, and today was the first day that I've had off, honestly, in like 2 weeks, other than Christmas Day. But Christmas Day, as you guys know, especially if you have kids and family and everything else, is Christmas Day really a day off? No, because you're out wandering around, driving here, there, and everywhere. Sometimes it's more stressful than a regular day. But last night I went to my cousin's house. I literally we shot the shit, we talked, we made dinner, and honestly, it was very relaxing. I was not stressed at all. The past few days I've been having a headache because most likely I wasn't drinking enough water, and overall I felt very good yesterday. So the whole point to this video is just to remind you guys, yes, if you need the money, I understand. If you are in a tight spot and you need to work every single day to make ends meet, I get that 100%. But just remember, sorry guys, it cut out on me. Just remember that if you have to work that much, just remember that your body, again, it's a machine. It might be organic, but it's just like everything else. It needs time to stop. You need time to heal. You need time to just like reset your batteries sometimes, and you don't want to overdo it. Okay, it's just like any machine that you have. You work it too hard, it's going to break. You work your body too hard, eventually it's going to give out on you, and not essentially break, but you'll get sick or whatever. So with that being said, I actually feel like I went the wrong way. You need to almost sometimes remind yourself that you need to just relax. Okay, you can't always work, you can't always perform at 100%. And that's basically the point of this video. I always like to go live because that way if anybody has questions, I can always answer them or talk to people. So for the one person that's watching this, thank you. And if you want to chat, feel free. I always wonder who's watching these videos when no one talks. But other than that, guys, I plan to do a lot of videos coming up once I can find the free time to actually start recording some things. I want to do some hiking videos. There is a lot of things that, like I said, that I used to do back in my when I was younger, that I haven't really had the chance to do much of. What's up, bud? How's life? So yeah, with that being said, there's definitely a lot of things that I want to yes, D Music, I can see your messages. I said hello. Yes, what happened to me was crazy. I agree with you on there. Um, that was kind of a bad experience in my life. However, I did kind of turn it into a good experience. And what I mean by that is that I used it. So, that whole instance that happened to me was a bad experience. But I actually took it and it started this channel. Okay, I originally put that video up on YouTube, honestly, just to see if anyone could ID the people, because I didn't know who they were. And at the time when I uploaded the video, the cops did not catch him yet. And they might have called him, but I didn't know it. So I put it up to see if anybody could find him. And once the video started to go viral, I used that to basically build the channel. Okay, I got enough subscribers right at the beginning to basically monetize my channel. So I've used that since then to basically create my channel. And like I've always said, with every negative thing comes a good thing. With every negative is a positive. You just have to be able to look and figure out how to find the positive out of the negative. So at the time, I didn't realize that I would even be creating my own YouTube channel for it. If anybody knows Hassan Is Driving, he asked to use my video, and out of that, people came, I guess, from his channel and other channels and started viewing it, and it went viral like wildfire. And through talking to him, I decided to create my channel, and from now on, that's where I've been going. However, like I've said a couple times before, with my videos, YouTube or Uber and Lyft are great. I like to talk about them because honestly, that's where I started out on the channel, and I will continue to do that. But I also want to bring. You're welcome, bud. But I want to bring more to my channel than just Uber and Lyft, because you really only talk about Uber and Lyft so much. There's enough people on YouTube, in my opinion, that talk about it and do a really good job. For instance, Rideshare Professor, Hassan Is Driving, Rideshare Hub. There's a bunch more. There's a bunch more. So my point is that with those people talking about it all the time, talking about ways to make money, save money, and all this other stuff, I don't feel that I can talk about it, that's no big deal, but I just feel that there comes a point when it gets oversaturated, and I don't want to just sit here and regurgitate the same stuff that everybody else is doing all the time. So I will talk about it. I don't want to. I want to do other things. So coming in the next year, once it starts to get warmer outside, and even when it's not warm, I'm going to be doing different videos. Okay, I'm going to be doing some videos maybe on a bunch of different topics. I want to lose weight next year. I want to start camping more as much as I can. I want to travel as much as I can. Hi, Gina Rice. Thank you. I just read your comment. Just so you know, guys, I am driving, so it is a little hard sometimes to read the messages. But I thank you for your comments and everything. So the whole thing is, guys, like I said, I have no problem talking about Uber and Lyft. If anybody ever wants to ask me questions about it, I'll definitely answer anything you have. Um, but moving forward with the channel, I just want to focus a lot on a lot of other things too. Um, I want to focus more on, like I said, some things I want to do over the summer. Traveling would be a big one. Whenever I can get the chance to travel, I want to try and record some of it. Um, Show you guys places around me that are good for hiking and camping and things like that. Um, and just everyday life. No, no music. It's not, and I don't condone. That's again my personal opinion. I don't really condone that. No problem. I'll answer. Like I said, I'll answer questions. I think they just made it legal for medical marijuana, but I think medical marijuana is legal, but I'm not sure. I know recreational's not. So, yeah, my plan again this summer. I keep talking about it because it is really something I want to do. I wanted to do it when I was younger, but I never, like, once I graduated, I wanted to do it, but I didn't really have the funds or the means. But I wanted to travel cross country. It's always something that I wanted to do. So with that being said, um, hopefully this summer I can find the means to do that. I'm already planning on figuring out exactly how to make it work. I want to, the cheapest way to do it, since I'm going by myself and no one is coming along, it's going to be in the middle of summer, so it's going to be decent weather at least. So I'm probably just going to do it in my car. I'm going to find either find places around to take showers in, and or get a Planet Fitness membership and do that. Um, but it's actually really not that hard. No, I do not. Um, I want to get back to. So one thing that I will say, guys, like, as far as society as a whole, we're conditioned when we are young that we need to get a 40-hour work week job, and we need to live a certain way, and we need to have this and have that. And we live in a society also where we get force fed, like, you sit in front of a TV or whatever, and it's like, you need this, you need that. Like, everywhere you look, it's like buy, 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 buy. And you get to a point where if you want something, you can just go get it. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what I am saying is a lot of people, I just read that, what was that? Aaron, I just read your message. Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't want to rent an RV because I'm trying to do it as cheap as possible. So what I'm planning on doing, and I'll get back to that, but to keep me on topic, I think we've all got accustomed to the fact of society. In my mind, society has us so brainwashed to, like, if you want something or if you need something, just go buy it. Like, There's credit cards. There's all this other stuff. If you want it, go buy it. And that's great, but at some point you're going to find yourself either in debt or owing somebody else money. And like I said, if I didn't have my kids, I would find a way to save up as much money as I could, and I would go off grid. Like I seriously would consider it. Um, I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers, whether it's from people doing the whole van life out in California. Like I said, there's a bunch of cities in California, at least that I was told, that made it legal for you to actually live in your car or live in your van. So that would be awesome if I could do that. But again, I don't have the means right now to do that. But what I would, like I said, for my cross-country trip and all my trips, what I want to try and do, especially if I'm the only one going, is I want to use my car. I want to see about getting some camping equipment that I can keep in my trunk, like a little camp stove, a bed for the back that I can sleep in, sorry. Like they make little air mattresses that you can put in the back of your car. Um, put my blankets and my stuff in there, and then just use that instead of using a tent. That way I don't have to set up and tear down a tent every single night. But I can get like a little camp stove. I can get a 5-gallon jug for water and put that in my trunk, and get my other stuff and just keep everything in my trunk, or pack my car as much as I need to and just use my car, versus having to rent a hotel every night. If I'm going, I plan on be going for 2 weeks, so that's at least 14 days, if not 15 or 16, depending on how I plan it with my job. Um, Point being is, if I do this the right way, I could end up saving a shitload of money, because if you figure every day that I go, if I rent a hotel, and let's just say this isn't by any means accurate, but if I go for 14 days on a cross-country trip, okay, and every night I have to rent a hotel, on the low end, if it's, say, just let's say it's $50 a night, that's $700 that I'd be spending. If it's $100 a night, that's $1,400. That's $1,400 that I could put towards something else. You know what I mean? Um, and once I get out west, there's lots of camping places that I could find. Um, there's lots of places you can stay for free. I like Aaron said earlier, you can go to truck stops, um, which I wouldn't want to go to, but if I have to, then I'll go there. Um, Lots of Walmarts have RV parking and things like that. There's plenty of places that you can find that will allow free parking. There's plenty of campsites, especially national parks. Going out west, there's plenty of national parks that I could find that have um, camping sites that in most cases are cheaper than renting a hotel. Just get a one eye burner. I see too many people overpacking with camping. You can do park pass. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Um, what I want to get Aaron. When you say one eye burner, what do you mean? Like for a camp stove, you mean? For my camp stove, what I want to get Aaron, it's called it's a BioLite. I don't know if you ever heard of them. It's a BioLite 2 camp stove. Um, it comes with a charger on the outside, so you can actually use your camp stove as a phone charger. It collects the heat and turns it into electric. Um, I want to get one of those because I plan on doing a lot of camping over the next couple years. It's something I really, really want to get back into. So I plan on doing a lot of camping, and that would help me just in general. So I plan on using that. Yeah, I would gladly take any advice anybody has about camping or cross-country trekking. There's a lot of the thing with traveling is there's definitely a lot of places I want to go to. Um, I want to go to Sequoia National Forest. That's out near San Francisco. I want to go to the Redwood Forest. That's up in Oregon. It goes the whole way down the West Coast, but Oregon, Washington, that area. There's definitely lots of ground I want to cover, and 2 weeks really is not a lot of time at all. You could easily get lost in 2 weeks, and I want to make sure that I have enough time to do it. That's why I want to try and find, I think what I want to do is, so what I want to do, guys, where's Acadia at, Aaron? I don't know where Acadia is. Going out, okay, no, I'm not going up to Maine. Actually, now that you say that, I have heard of it. I'm not going up to Maine. So I live in Pennsylvania. I'm going out west. Does a national park pass, does that last for, is it just 1 year? I plan on going out to San Francisco. Actually, I have one in my car right now, bud. I have one. That's one of the things I always say to carry. Yeah, I can't reach it because I'm driving. That's the one thing I always tell people driving for Uber and Lyft to actually carry in their car is a first aid kit, because you never know when somebody might need it. I always keep one in my car no matter what. There's a few things actually I have in my car that I keep. Last 1 year till you're 60, then you get one for life. Okay, I'll have to remember that when I'm 60. Sorry for the choppy video, guys. I'm going in and out of places that for some reason do not have cell service, so I apologize. But yeah, I plan on, so when I do that video, I also want to go up to, and I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but Niagara Falls I want to do. I want to travel up to the Finger Lakes and things like that. So that is something I really, really want to do. I want to travel. I want to get back to, I guess, more of a sense of self. Like, it's really hard to say, or really hard to put into words, but like I feel like society, in a way, we've gotten so close between Facebook and all this other crap that technology has brought us. And technology is great, I'm not saying it's not, but I feel that society has gotten us to a point where everyone is so close together that, like, in a way, I'm kind of looking for an escape. Like, I want to get back to nature. I want to get back to, like, roughing it a little bit. I want to get back to just, I don't know, living life more peacefully. I'm always worried about paying my bills down, getting my debt paid off, and all this stuff, and I work so much, and that's great. But I also feel like I just need to get back to a sense of peacefulness a little bit, like where I'm not always concerned about working my ass off and I'm more just relaxed. So that's why I want to do some videos. Now, my goal is to travel for 2 weeks, like I said, out west. Will that happen? I'm not 100% sure yet. That's the plan that I'm putting in place. However, depending on work and life, it might not happen. If it doesn't happen, then I'm definitely going to look at places closer. Maybe only go halfway out, or maybe just go up to New York, do the Finger Lakes, camp up there, go south to do maybe go to West Virginia or Virginia and camp in the Appalachian Mountains and hike there and just again spend time in nature at places I've never been. So that's the goal anyway. Whether it happens, I have no idea, but that is the goal. Another thing, I'm sorry that I haven't been that talkative right now, guys. It's just I'm kind of doing a little bit of thinking about stuff while I'm trying to talk. Why sometimes I pause for a little bit. I haven't really been driving for Uber and Lyft that much over the past. It's honestly been at least, I want to say maybe 6 weeks since I drove at all. And the main reason why that's been is because I, one, have been working a lot at my full-time job. And the time that I do have off, the minimal times that I have off, I haven't really felt the need to go drive, mainly because I have been working so much, doing other things, that I haven't had the need to have the income from Uber and Lyft. My income's not as much as it used to be with it, but I'm trying, like I said, to get myself back into a point of relaxation a little bit. I was working myself to the bone between working 40 hours a week and my full-time job, and then working 20 or 30 hours a week doing Uber and Lyft. I was just wearing myself out to the point where I was getting exhausted. And so over the past 4 or 5 weeks, I really gotten to a point where I haven't been driving for Uber and Lyft, and I kind of got out of the fact of doing it. So getting back into it for me is kind of rough. I haven't really done it in a while. I am in Lancaster County. For safety reasons, I don't know exactly where I'm from, but I am from Lancaster County, Amish country, for lack of a better word. That's what it's known for. But I live in Lancaster County, PA. Yeah, close to Harrisburg. Most of the places that when I do drive for Uber and Lyft would be Lancaster, Harrisburg, York, Lidditz, all that surrounding Lancaster County area. Every now and again I do go down to Philly and drive. Lancaster. Yeah, they always do that. It's okay. So then what I do sometimes even is I live an hour and a half away from Philadelphia, and every now and again I will drive down there for the weekend and rent a cheap hotel, the cheapest one I can find, and I will literally just spend all weekend driving down there, and I will wear myself out to the bone, but I'll easily make $900 to $1,200 in one weekend down in Philly, which is really, really good. But at the same time, I wear myself out doing it. So that's why I've kind of taken a break from doing Uber and Lyft. I still like to cover any news or do anything like that on here. Um, but like I said, I've been using the free time that I've had, I've been using to spend with either friends and family or people that are important to me. So that's what I've been doing there. Like I said, if anybody has any questions or comments or anything like that, now that there's a couple more people in the room, feel free to ask. Um, but like I said, I've been focusing more on stuff that makes me happy than money. Um, as we all know, money makes the world go round. Money pays the bills, and that's all great. But at the same time, if you are not happy and if your mindset is not right, then like your mind and your soul, in my opinion, are somewhat more important than your body. And you have to be happy all around. You can't work your ass off to the point where you're just physically and mentally drained. And I feel like I do that sometimes. And I really want to get back to a point of just being mentally happy. So that's why I've been doing other things in place of when I would normally drive. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say, guys. I've been on here for about 30 minutes now, just talking, but I don't want to keep repeating myself either. So I think that's probably going to be it for today. If anybody has any questions or comments or anything or wants to talk quick, I'll stay on for a couple minutes to answer any questions, but if not, I'm probably going to get going. Like I said, I need to find out what I want to do. I want to get a bunch of things for camping that I feel like I can use. Oh, I don't want to hike 3 days on the Appalachian Trail. It might be something I might do with a friend, but I wouldn't want to do that by myself. I already know I pack too much. I've been watching a lot of videos on minimalism as far as packing stuff, doing like a minimalistic trip packing. So yeah, I don't want to hurt my back. But again, bud, I'm taking my car camping. Like, when I do my trip cross country, if I do camp somewhere, it's going to be in my car. So I don't really need to worry about packing too much or not, yeah. I don't need to worry about a lot. But at the same time, I want to get some things that I'm going to use and be able to use over and over again, whether I'm camping at a campsite or hiking or whatever. Um, I really want to invest in a good hammock, but I've never really slept in a hammock, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I kind of wish there was a place that you could like rent stuff from and see if you like it, and then if you like it, buy it. Like, rather than just buy it and be like, oh my god, this sucks, I don't ever want to use this again. But alright, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna go for the day. I hope everybody has a great holiday. I hope everybody has a great day in general. I know, like I said, I'm getting a lot more happier and relaxed in here, and that's what matters. So um, I just hope everybody else can do the same. Just remember, you don't always have to work. I know you have to work bills, but bills will always be there. You need to get yourself into a mindset of taking care of yourself first. Bills are always going to be there unless you do something about it. So I'm at a point, like I said, where I'm trying to figure out how to minimalize all of my bills to a point where I don't need to worry about them as much. So that's that. But I hope everybody has a great, safe day, and I hope everybody stays happy out there. All right, take care and stay safe, guys. Matt out.